I recently read Organize Tomorrow Today by Dr. Jason Selk and Tom Bartow. John Wooden, arguably the greatest coach of all time, led the UCLA basketball team to 88 straight wins and 7 straight national championships. When asked how he did it, he said, if you want to extend a winning streak, forget about it. If you want to break a losing streak, forget about it. Forget about everything except concentrating on hard work and intelligent planning. Day-to-day preoccupation with wins, championships, and other future results is a waste of time because it steals attention and effort from the present and squanders it on the future. Wooden knew that if he intelligently planned each practice and his players gave their best effort, which he measured by how intensely they ran to open areas on the court, they need not worry about winning because the wins would naturally come their way. To quote the Hall of Fame football coach, Bill Walsh, if you do your job, the score takes care of itself. Your job, no matter if you're in school, running a business, or working for a business, is to maximize your time each day. And you do that by organizing tomorrow today. Each day, the things you want to do are like basketballs in a giant bin. When the day starts, you grab a ball, dribble it to the basket, and lay it off the backboard into the net for a point. The bin at center court contains dozens of brown basketballs and 3 rainbow-colored basketballs. The brown basketballs represent most tasks, and they're worth 1 point. The rainbow basketballs represent your most important tasks, and they are worth 10 points each. Organizing tomorrow today is like sneaking onto the court before the game starts, digging through the bin, and finding the 3 rainbow-colored basketballs and putting them on top so that they are the first basketballs you grab when starting the game, which allows you to maximize the amount of points you can score in a given game. The game is like most productive work sessions in that it could end at any moment. Some days, you could have just an hour or 2 in the morning to do your most important tasks before getting bombarded by meeting requests, urgent emails, and unexpected problems. By identifying your 3 most important tasks before you wake up, you waste 0 time getting to work on those high-value tasks before you get sidetracked by external demands. And when you identify your most important tasks a day in advance, you give your brain the opportunity to simulate doing your most important tasks and think of creative strategies to complete those tasks while you sleep. But if you wait until the evening to prioritize, you may not do it because you'll be too tired to make critical decisions. The ideal time to prioritize tomorrow is today, just before you eat lunch. Before you take your first bite of lunch, take 5 minutes to write down the 3 most important things you need to do tomorrow and put a star beside the 1 most important task you must get done. By writing down your 3 and 1 on paper, your 3 most important and your 1 must, you activate your brain more than if you typed out your 3 and 1 on your phone, which will further increase the odds that your brain will work on your 3 and 1 while you sleep. But the question now is, how do you select the 3 most important things you need to do tomorrow and the 1 most important task you must get done? Selk and Bartow say you should think like an orange farmer. An orange farmer has 2 categories of tasks to consider each day: short-term revenue collecting and long-term revenue cultivating. That is, picking the fruit from the trees and taking care of the trees or planting new trees that produce more fruit in the future. With this orange farmer analogy in mind, ask yourself 2 questions when deciding on your 3 and 1. First, what can I do tomorrow to yield the best short-term results? Can you do something to improve your chances of winning an upcoming competition, or scoring well on an upcoming exam, or increasing the number of sales you could generate on an upcoming product release? Question number 2, what can I do tomorrow to give myself the most future opportunities? Is there a skill you could practice and refine tomorrow that will allow you to stand out in your field and unlock new opportunities in the next few years? Do you have a new product idea you could prototype tomorrow and sell later next year? Is there work you could start outsourcing tomorrow and free up more time over the next year to focus on revenue-generating projects? Once you've written down your 3 most important tasks for tomorrow, identify which of the 3 you must get done, and then put an estimated completion time next to all 3 tasks. Now that you've intelligently prioritized tomorrow, you need not worry about future results. You just need to wake up tomorrow and direct all your energy and attention to your 3 and 1, your 3 most important and your 1 must. Completing your 3-in-1 is the ideal game plan, but your day will rarely go according to plan. As Mike Tyson famously said, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Expect the unexpected tomorrow. Expect to wake up with less energy than you thought you'd have. Expect to get twice as many emails as you thought you would. Expect the tasks you schedule for yourself to take twice as long as you thought they would. And expect for emergencies and unexpected problems to pull you away from your 3-in-1 and into a state of chaos. When your day deviates from your plan, regain control and rebuild momentum by conducting 2 drills: the 100-second timeout and the ask and chop. In most sports, coaches call a timeout when their team loses momentum. The timeout serves as an opportunity to regroup and regain momentum before the game clock runs out. When you lose momentum on your 3-in-1, call a 100-second timeout on yourself and perform the following mental exercise. First, perform a 15-second centering breath. 6 seconds in, hold for 2 seconds, exhale for 7 seconds. Then emphatically repeat your identity statement. This can be simply 3 strengths you want to be known for. For example, I am driven, I am relentless, I am serenely focused. Then tell yourself 3 done wells. These are 3 tiny things you've done well in the last 24 hours. Now tell yourself 3 will do wells. 3 tasks or behaviors you want to execute with ease in the next 24 hours. Now repeat your identity statement and finish with another 15-second centering breath. 6 seconds in, hold for 2, exhale for 7. After your 100-second timeout, ask and chop. Ask yourself, what is the most important thing I can get done next? And then imagine chopping off an easy first action. When you ask yourself a question, you refocus your mind. And when you visualize a butcher's knife coming down and cutting off a small piece of an important task that you can easily do, you kickstart yourself back into action and regain momentum on your 3-in-1. When Coach Wooden was 13, his dad gave him a card with a list of principles on the front and the words, "Make each day your masterpiece" on the back. Wooden carried that card in his pocket every day until he died in 2010. I implore you to make each day your masterpiece by determining your 3 most important and 1 must task for tomorrow before you eat lunch today, and then doing your best to execute your 3-in-1 the moment you get out of bed. When you get pulled away or lose momentum, take a 100-second timeout. Then ask what's the most important thing I can get done next, and chop off a tiny piece you can start to chew on. Stick to this daily process, and you need not worry about succeeding, because success will find you eventually. That was the core message that I gathered from Organize Tomorrow Today by Jason Selk and Tom Bartow. I love how this book merges sports psychology with business and productivity. I highly recommend it. If you would like a 1-page PDF summary of insights that I gathered from this book, just click the link below and I'll be happy to email it to you. If you already subscribe to the free Productivity Game email newsletter, this PDF is sitting in your inbox. If you like this video, please share it. And as always, thanks for watching and have yourself a productive week.